Hello, and welcome to An English Learner. In today's video, we are learning the future simple passive. We are also making sentences about space. Subscribe. And let's get started. We use passive voice to emphasize an action. We also use passive voice when we don't know who does an action or it's not important. At first, let's turn an active voice sentence into passive. They will make a new shuttle soon. In this sentence, they is a subject, a new shuttle is an object. To make this sentence passive, we need to begin with an object. A new shuttle will be made soon. In the new sentence, a new shuttle becomes a subject. They will analyze data from the telescope. A subject is they. An object is data. Start a sentence with the object, data, which turns into subject. Data will be analyzed. People will produce a new type of rockets. In this sentence, a new type of rocket is an object. We begin a new sentence with it. A new type of rockets will be produced. Agent is a person who does an action. NASA will send an astronaut to space. In passive voice we begin with an astronaut, which becomes a subject, and turn NASA into an agent. In active voice sentence, Mars exploration rover will launch a new mission. Mars exploration rover is a subject. A new mission is an object. To make a passive voice sentence we begin with a new mission, which becomes a subject, and make Mars exploration rover into an agent. A spacewoman will save the planet. It is an active voice sentence. The planet will be saved by a spacewoman. It is the same sentence in the passive voice. A spacewoman is an agent. To turn an active voice sentence, astronauts will contact aliens in the future, into passive. We start with the word alien, which is a subject in passive, and the word astronauts as an agent. To introduce an agent, we add by. Astronauts will connect a spacecraft to the ISS. A spacecraft will be connected to the ISS by astronauts. In the passive voice sentence we add by to introduce an agent. Active voice. The rocket will launch a communication satellite. We turn it into passive, and the word rocket develops into an agent. We also add by to mention an agent. A communication satellite will be launched by the rocket. When we turn active voice into passive voice, we need to change a personal pronoun to object pronoun. In the active voice sentence, I will explore the star. A personal pronoun, I, is a subject. In passive voice, the star will be explored by me. We change a personal pronoun, I, to the object pronoun, me. He will plant trees on Mars. In passive voice, we will use him instead of he. Trees will be planted on Mars by him. She will see the stars. In passive voice, The stars will be seen by her. We need to use her instead of she. We will do space research. Space research will be done by us. In passive voice, we don't use we. As an agent, we need us. Normally we don't mention an agent when it's not important. In case it's necessary, we turn they into them. They will send insects to Mars. Insects will be sent to Mars by them. Passive voice is formed of the verb to be plus past participle. To be in the future simple is will be. Future simple passive is used to talk about an action in the future. The time markings are tomorrow, next week, next year, tonight, soon, in a month, etc. We begin a sentence with a subject, add will, then be, and a verb plus ed. For example, washed, cleaned, created. Space will be studied by people. The comet will be named soon. The rocket will be launched. New stars will be discovered. Active voice. They will explore the solar system. Passive voice. The solar system will be explored. To make a negative sentence, we start with a subject, at will, plus not, then be, and a verb with ed. The contraction of will not is won't. The earth will not be inhabited by aliens. The cars won't be driven by people. Aliens won't be identified. The moon won't be blasted by aliens. When we ask a question in the future simple passive, we begin with will, then a subject, add be, plus a verb with ed. Will the planet be polluted by people? Will the samples be collected by spacemen? Will new universe be described in the study? Will the Milky Way be spotted at night? Active voice. Will they film the sequel? Passive voice. Will the sequel be filmed? To complete a future simple passive sentence with irregular verbs, we begin with a subject, add will, then be, and past participle. Past participle is the third form of an irregular verb, which you can get from the irregular verb table. Like been, done, had, hit, etc. The spacecraft will be built. The speed record will be broken by the new spaceship. Aliens will be heard. New photos of Earth will be taken by the spaceman. Active voice. The asteroids will hit the planet. Passive voice. The planet will be hit by the asteroids. Subject is the first in a negative sentence, add will, then not, plus be, and past participle. The tickets will not be sold to the space tourists. New sci-fi novels won't be written. The telescope will not take any photos of the comet. The photos of the comet will not be taken by the telescope. Astronauts won't be sent to Venus. Satellites won't be made of wood. When we ask a question in the future simple passive, we begin with will, then a subject, add be, and past participle. Will space food be eaten by the astronauts? Will new satellites be bought by companies? Will Saturn be chosen for space tourism? Will a new space shuttle be built? Will new planets be inhabited by people? Write in comments. Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. Subscribe to learn English.